Hello, welcome back to Fully Painted Adventures. This is Drogs, and we're playing my campaign for League of Dungeoneers. Alright, in the last video, we went through the first, not the intermission, First Blood, which is like your first taste of combat, but the first dungeon, which is the first mission of the Rising Dead campaign, where you clear out the rats in the town manager's basement. It went okay. It took a lot longer than I thought. It took me about 5 hours to play through the scenario because I didn't do what you should probably do, which is if you have the Companions expansion with the game, it comes with a bunch of pre-made, not fully fleshed out characters, but effective characters, and you can kind of play these missions as one-offs and just roll up a couple dungeons, try out some different characters, and get a feel for the combat and how it all works. I should have done that first, but I didn't want to, and I kind of wanted to share my growing pains with you guys on video and have you see me playing it for the first time. Yeah, I did read through the rule books a couple times first, but I didn't actually play anything. And I actively avoided watching any like how to play videos and things like that. So I'm gonna start doing more of that to fine tune the rules. So I definitely did some things wrong, especially with the threat level. So I noticed as I was cleaning up the board that I actually left a wandering monster token that had spawned, and I just forgot to move it for like 7 or 8 turns in a row. So that definitely should have came and attacked me around the time I was searching the room in the bottom right that had the armor racks and fountain was in there and statues. Also, I did the threat roll incorrectly, and so it does increase every time it doesn't go off, every time you roll, essentially. But it also increases every time you open a door, open a chest, or win a battle. So I should have had much higher threat rolls throughout the game. That should have been going off more often. So those were definitely not in my favor, or in my favor, that I guess that I didn't do them. But I should have had 2 or 3 probably more wandering monster encounters, which might have given me enough experience to level up. So I don't know if it's really how badly that affects me. I also forgot to use Rothgar. Had a buckler equipped for the last mission, and I forgot to parry for like the first 6 combats, like completely. I just never even rolled for it. So I definitely forgot about that. And I also forgot that my little thief here has an ability that when I draw treasure cards, I draw 2 and pick which one I want and return the other one. I think I might have done that the first time. Maybe not, but I definitely did not do that consistently. So that hurt me a little bit on the treasure table, on my treasure draw, and in my combat. If you watch that previous video, my dwarf war priest, Henrik, died. So he died in that battle. He had my only bandages, my only healing items. I don't have any healing potions or anything. So I wasn't able to heal him up once he hit 0 hit points. And then when I rested to try to heal him, he failed his constitution roll and died. I did loot some of his stuff, but not all of it. The way I look at it, your comrades wouldn't really have a problem picking up your backpack, picking up your sword you dropped on the ground, or your shield. So I grabbed those items as well as like his stuff in his quick slots. But I left the armor he had equipped. I left his like holy relic magic item, and I left his money, which was only like 5 coins. So I think I just didn't bother. But I took the rest. And that ended that part. I did the town section off camera. I had to roll up a new character. So I do get a new level 1 character. This is going to be him. It's going to be an elven rogue. So I was originally going to roll up another war priest. Because in my mind, like, I played a lot of video games and like dungeon crawlers, and you need a healer. You always need a healer. Um, but also, what I realized is his healing ability wasn't what was the problem in the last game. The problem is I have one melee character and two characters that really can't do melee at all. And my dwarf priest just wasn't effective in combat. He was a little too rounded that way. He wasn't focused quite in the right areas. So, and then I also realized that most of his healing ability is not going to come from his prayers. I mean, those are really more buffs. There are some heals in there for in combat, but as long as the rests are pretty effective. I already have the cooking kit, so it's a 1d6 plus 3 healing every time I rest for a short rest in a dungeon. That's not bad. And then you get bandages. So I was like, okay, I really wanted to play a rogue anyway. And I realized how important your kind of starting stats are. So I was just looking through things, and I realized that the elf starts with the highest wisdom and the highest dex out of all the races. And dex and wisdom are your starting dex and wisdom are responsible for all of your skill scores except foraging. So, and then I was looking at the rogue, which I wanted to play anyway, and he basically has no penalties to any of your skill scores. So I decided to roll up an elven rogue. I got really good rolls as well when I was rolling up my stats. I got a 10, a 9, I think 2 8s, and like a 6. And then I got a 6 out of 6 on the hit point roll as well. So really, really good rolls. So I start with 55 dex and a 54 wisdom to max out those starting skills. And what I ended up with is a combat score of 55, range score of 55, dodge score of 55, pick locks 55, barter 59, heal 54. Even his alchemy score is a 29, perception 54, and foraging 28. So basically, the rogue is not, the way I'm thinking about it, the rogue is not really like a thief character. It's more of a fighter, of like a slightly neutered fighter with skills. So whereas the fighter basically isn't going to have any skills other than his combat scores and his dodge, this is more a dex fighter, right? So the idea here is all of my skill scores start so high that as I level, I'm just going to put everything into strength and constitution for the most part. Maybe some hit points or something later on. And these should go up naturally, either through perfect rolls or I plan on taking the sellsword specialization, which gives me access to the fighter and rogue guilds. And then I can train, I believe, combat skill, range skill, dodge, pick lock, not barter, heal, I think perception. So I can train in everything except barter, alchemy, and foraging for money. And get those up to 70, 80 that way. And in the meantime, I'll just get my strength score up really, really high and my constitution to try to get better weapons, damage bonuses, and natural armor is kind of the plan. So I'm excited to try him out. It's actually a male character. It's just, I don't really like, I wish there were character sheets that didn't have artwork on them. It kind of throws me off because they have artwork, their artwork's nice, but there's only a few options, which is why my ranger is using a wizard's character sheet, and it's just not quite clear. And this is a knight's that I'm using for a rogue. The rogue also, I didn't really pay attention to the starting equipment during character creation because I figured it was kind of generic, like you just kind of start with what makes sense for your class. But the rogue is kind of underpowered in some ways compared to the other classes, but it does actually start with the best starting equipment. So my rogue started with a rapier. You can also choose a short sword. I chose the rapier because a rapier allows you to parry without a shield. Although I do have a shield. But it's a difference of a +1 versus a +2. I picked the rapier first before I decided whether or not he was going to have a shield. But you also start with a padded jacket, and it's a jacket, not a vest. So the jacket actually covers your arms as well as your torso. So starts with armor that guards two different spots, which is awesome. Also starts with 10 lockpicks and a medium backpack, which nobody else does. Everyone else starts with a small backpack, but Rogue starts with a small and a medium backpack. So the medium backpack gives a +10 to your encumbrance score. So his max encumbrance is going to be a 43, even though he only has 33 strength. But it does give him a -5 to all dex rolls. But that doesn't affect his starting skills. It's just specifically for a dex roll. I forgot to do his encumbrance. Let me do that real quick. 5, 6, 10, 15, 17, 18 out of 43. I also purchased a sling. His name is Kite, by the way. Kite, the Elven Rogue. I did record kind of what happened with my characters. So when I was in town, I thought I was going to have enough experience to level after the previous dungeon, but I didn't. I have 1,500 on my other 3 characters. This one has 0, obviously. You need 2,000 to reach level 2. So as far as what I did with my characters, they all had Kite spawned with 150 gold. My other 3 all had about 250 to 300 in that range between the 3 of them. Alsace, my Elven Ranger, he took Henrik's broadsword, put that in his quick slot so that he can wield that two-handed. So that gives him a good melee option if he doesn't want to use his bow or if he gets hemmed in. I also purchased leather caps for all 3 characters except Hrothgar. So Alsace, my ranger, Nebut, the halfling thief, and Kite, the elven rogue, all now have leather caps that I was able to purchase, so they're perfect durability. I also purchased a padded jacket for Alsace. So he has armor for his head, 3 armor on his head, 2 on his arms, and 2 on his torso, as opposed to none all over, which is what he had before. And I also purchased some fishing gear for 55 coins, which gives him an additional 5 points to foraging. He also found traps in the last one, so he gets +15 to his foraging roll. Nebut, the halfling, he took a short sword that I had found in the dungeon and replaced his dagger with that. He still has his dagger, it's just in his backpack. He can only hold the short sword two-handed, though, because he's so weak. He also took the leather vest that Hrothgar, the barbarian, had been wearing previously. In that dungeon, he found a chainmail helmet, chainmail vest, leather braces, and leather leggings. So that was the big highlight from the last dungeon. He also repaired 2 points of durability on that leather vest, and he purchased his leather cap, as I said before. And then he gave a good chunk of his gold to Hrothgar, 81. And then Hrothgar used the 81, basically, he restored 4 points of durability on his battle axe, fully repairing it. And then he bought an armor repair kit for 220 gold. So what's really cool about the armor repair kit is when I rest, I can use that to, I thought it affected one item, but then I read through it again. And an armor repair kit actually repairs every piece of armor that you have equipped, which is really cool because you could have 8 or 9 pieces equipped technically. I think it might even affect his shield. I didn't even think about that. So he has 5 pieces of armor equipped, and because of his background as a blacksmith's apprentice, he it's so you heal 1d3, so 1 to 3 points of durability. But because he's a blacksmith apprentice background, he automatically restores 3 to all of his equipment. So that is significant, especially with like the chain. The chain would have costed me, I think, 130 gold per point of durability on the chainmail vest to repair. So much, much, much cheaper to get some armor. Oh, I also bought like another 20-ish arrows for Alsace. I did do availability rolls on these. There was a few things I wanted to buy that couldn't. I wanted to buy a sling for knee butt. I wanted to buy a couple. The armors were going to be slightly different than what I ended up getting. There's a couple other things that I didn't get. Oh, bandages for one. I was going to buy a bunch of bandages, and they weren't available, so I wasn't able to get those. Yep, and then Kite, in addition to his starting gear, I gave him Henrik's buckler as well as the 2 bandages that were left over from Henrik's backpack. And I think that's about it. So the other cool things about rogues... Oh, I didn't mean to close that. So he's got 13 hit points. I already went over the basic stats. He does 1d6 plus 1 damage with his rapier. He has 3 armor on his helmet, 2 on arms, and 2 in the torso. So for Kite, knee butt... So at this point, Alsace, knee butt, and Kite all have helm armor, arm armor, and torso armor, and none of them have leg armor. Leg armor is actually pretty expensive. It's like the same price as torso armor. And then Kite and Hrothgar has armor for all 4, and then Kite and Hrothgar both have bucklers as far as armor goes. So Kite's talents are Backstabber, which allows him to ignore armor or natural armor when attacking opponents from behind. And then Streetwise, he gets -1 to his availability roll. So if it says it's available on a 6 or less, which is, I think, automatic, he gets to subtract 1 from his roll. So if he rolls a 5, he actually rolled a 4. And then he has Heroic Force of Will, same as everyone else, +10 to any stat or skill per roll. That costs 1 energy point. His medium backpack and the second bandage. And then his background is poverty. He can never carry less than 10 coins on him. And then you have to roll for hometown. His hometown actually ended up being Silver City, where he grew up poor. And at some point, if I choose to, I can donate 1,000 coins to my family there, and I will gain 2,000 experience for doing so. The other thing left over from the dungeon was Hrothgar had gotten diseased. He'd gotten bitten by the brood mother, who causes disease. And he ended up contracting Morgret's flu, which is, they have a new disease rules in the Forgotten Prophet expansion. So under these rules, you get specific diseases. It's not just like a generic thing. And there's contagions and stuff like that. So basically he has the flu, and it causes him to have 0 energy. He cannot use any energy points until the disease is cured. It's also very contagious. So when they spent the night in the inn after being in town, since that's close quarters, I rolled everybody's constitution score against the disease. They all failed. So all 4 of them have the disease now, and none of them can use any of their energy points. But every time I rest, I get to attempt a constitution roll with a -15 penalty to it. And if I pass, they're cured. And they can't be reinfected again. Not with that specific disease. Not through contagion, basically. They have localized immunity. All right, so we're still up in Kilkirk, and we had rolled for a quest. I had done this actually before When I first got to town, rolled an event and rolled to check what quests were available. This was the random quest that was available. It's called At the Bat. And let's see. While enjoying a night at the local tavern, your party challenges a few other patrons to a few games of dice. Between cheers of excitement and groans of disappointment, your party starts getting to know their opponents. They are members of the Brotherhood of Olnir. The men reveal that they have recently lost one of their own, a large, confident brute of a man that the entire crew looked up to, a man by the name Casey. They tell the heroes, Casey was last seen investigating a suspicious man in a tomb to the west of town. We've sent 2 search parties after him, and none have returned. Intrigued, your party resolves itself to Casey's rescue and decides to search first thing the next morning. All right, so I'm going to read the rest when we reach the site. So after rolling for it, the site is up here at position 2. And we are here in Kilkirk. So we're going to do some overland travel. Got our little party right there. Our engineers of the dungeon. And let's see. I haven't done overland travel yet. I think it's pretty simple. You get 3 movement points per day. Road tiles cost 1 movement point. Well, everything else costs 1.5. Desert tiles cost 2. So, yeah. So we're going to make our way there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then you have to make a roll. I should have left the page open. I think a D12, I believe. 8. And travel and settlements. Okay. When you're on a road, yes, so it's a D12. If a 10, 11, or 12 on a road results in an event, or an 11 and 12 off-road gets an event. So after 3 days, they rest. So I get to do a foraging roll, which is, I'll see. So he's got a 45 foraging, and then plus 15 makes it 60. But there's a minus 10 penalty for being on the road. If you're in a forest tile, you actually get plus 10, I believe. Yep. That's correct. I'm getting the hang of it. It's taking me a little while. All right, so 36. That's a successful foraging roll. Basically, all that means is I don't have to spend a ration. He was able to fish, hunt, gather berries, whatever, enough food to feed the party for a full day without having to spend anything on rations. I do get to heal. So Rothgar was not quite at full health. He was at 20 out of 22. That just healed him 6. 3 plus 3 for the cooking pot. So Rothgar is now at full health. Everybody else is at full health. And now I get to take Constitution rolls. So 52 minus 15, that's a fail. 28, so 13 or lower, that's a fail. That's a fail. And hey, that's a pass. And that is a critical success. That's a 005. Which this is Nebat. So Nebat is no longer diseased. His disease is cured. So he gets his energy point back. And his constitution gets to go from a 25 to a 26. Writing that upside down did not work. There. All right. So next day, we're going to go 1, 2 into the woods. And then same thing. Roll a d12. 8, no event. And I don't need to heal. So we're going to roll for foraging. 73. That's a, let me see. That's a fail. So I need the 70 or below. So that's going to cost 1 ration. I have like 18 rations because I bought some. I had 8 going into that dungeon, and then they gave you 10 when you win. So yeah, so I should have 17. More than enough. All right, and now I do Constitution rolls again. 18. That is good enough for Rothgar. So Rothgar is no longer diseased. And he gets his energy point back. He's the one I really care about. Because he has the frenzy ability. The other ones pretty much just have heroic force of will. 91, that's a fail. And 13 is a pass. Yep, Salsace passes as well. So it's just Kite now that is diseased. All right. So then we're going to go 1, 2. And we're going to roll again for an event. 10. Nope, just 1 shy. All right, and foraging roll. 70. I'm in the woods, right? So that is a pass. So I don't have to use a ration. And Kite is going to do his Constitution check. 21. And he needed a 13 or less, so no good. All right, and then next turn, 1, 2. No event. Foraging roll. Oh, 002. So critical success. So that is going to allow Alsace to level up his foraging from 45 to 46. And that's a pass. And now we're going to roll Kite's Constitution. 91, that's a fail. And 1, 2. And we're at the site. Very cool. Okay. Even through the dense morning fog, the tomb is not well hidden and is easily spotted. Your party enters the tomb and is immediately shrouded in darkness. Eventually, the hero's eyes adjust, and they are disappointed at the small size of the room. At first, the adventurers do not even notice the man standing in the corner of the room with his back towards them. The heroes call out to him, but he does not respond, or even appear to hear you. They try again with the same results. Finally, they reach out to pat him on the shoulder. He turns slowly. As he does, he reveals his grotesque face. His lower jaw has been brutally removed, along with his eyes and ears. Suddenly, a powerful force hits the adventurers precisely in the middle of their foreheads. Immeasurable pain ensues, and they pass out. They awaken confused and lost, and most alarmingly, they are now in a different room than the one they were just in. All right, this dungeon, blah, 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 is a predefined layout. So this one is a little different. It's not random. This one is going to be the same layout every time you play it. Yeah, so essentially you have to build the dungeon in this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I already set that up. And when you go the full square and come back to the starting room, you replace it with R2. Okay. So we are going to start with R15. Yeah. I guess we'll just randomize it 3, 3, 1, 2, 2. 4, 4, 4, 1. Okay. So that's going to be the starting position. Huh. That's annoying. There's a picture of a chest there, but it doesn't say you can search it. This small room has a bed, a small drawer, and a worn-down armchair. Nobody seems to live here. And we're going to put a single door right here. We're actually going to... It's fine. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to play. It's been a week. Okay. First thing we need to do... Threat level starts at 2. All right, so we're going to start with Rothgar, and he's going to spend an action searching the drawer. Should have a furniture table somewhere. Oh, here it is. Drawer, D10. 8. Small bag of coins, 2d20. 11. All right, 12 coins. Which is nice. He was all the way down to 0. Okay, that's his first action, and then 1, 2, 3. He's going to move over towards the door. And then we're going to have Kneebutt. He's going to search the bed. Three. That is 1d100 coins. 83. 83 coins for Kneebutt. Hell yeah. So it can definitely be swingy. You can get nothing. You can get 80 coins. If I had gotten a 1 or a 2, there's a treasure in there. Same thing with the drawer. The drawer goes up to a fine treasure, which is the second tier. So you can find some pretty good stuff. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're actually going to have Kite search the room. He has perception score 54, which is actually, right in line. So Kneebutt has a 56, so they're basically the same. So his score is a 54, and Alsace is going to help him with that as well. So he needs a 64 or less. He got a double 0-3. So that's a critical perception. So his perception score goes up from a 54 to a 55. Now that can only happen once per quest. It happened once for Kneebutt, once for Alsace, and once for Kite. I personally am going to play that is once per stat. Right? So if you pass a combat skill and a range skill, both criticals, I think they both can go up 1. I don't see why not. Just you couldn't have your combat skill go up 2, 3 times. That's how I read it in the rule book. If there is clarification, like in an errata somewhere, that somebody knows about, I'd like to know. But I think that's fine. That's how I read it. Anyway. Okay, so that was a pass. Obviously, 003. And let's see where the chart is. Where's my little cheat sheet? Here it is. Okay. All right. Result. So now I do, yep, 31. 31 is a mundane treasure. I get to draw 2 due to the thief's ability. So I get a bedroll or leather armor. And then you roll to see which type it is. Whew. Oh, this gives you extra energy. I'm going to go with the leather armor. Let's see, D6. 1, it's a leather cap. Already have one. But not so bad. It is missing 1 point of encumbrance, or durability. And it's worth 50 coins. The cap value 50 minus 1. And encumbrance is 1. Okay. So that's the end of that first turn. Pretty happy with that. 13. That is higher than 2. Threat roll goes up to 3. Then we're going to go to Nebut. Nebut is going to start off by opening this door. It's a D6 and a D10, I believe. 3 and an 8. So it is locked. I believe it's only trapped on a 6. Either a 6 or 5 and a 6. I haven't actually drawn a trap card yet, so I'm going to double check. Nothing that I've searched has 99. Has had a trap. Opening a door or chest costs 1 action point. 1d10, 1d6. Yep, it's trapped on a 6. And then it's locked on a 7 or up. So I rolled an 8, which means it's locked. So it's pick lock minus 10 with 15 hit points if you try to bash it down. All right. So that was his first action. He will attempt to pick the lock with... Pick lock only takes 1 action, right? Oh, here we go. Nope, pick lock takes 2. Okay. That's really unfortunate that I started with him. So for his second action, he's going to move out. No, he's going to stay right there. Then I will move Rothgar 1 for Rothgar's action. I'm going to move... Oh, I can't pick lock either because he had to move. But that's basically how I'm going to rearrange everybody. And that'll be the end of that turn. 13. So that raises threat to 4. And then we will attempt to pick lock with Nebut. So D100. Nebut's pick lock skill is 67 with a minus 10. 96. That's a failure. Is there a rule on... What? Trying to see if there's like an epic fail for a pick lock. I know it gets destroyed. Okay. If you fail, the pick breaks. If you fumble while picking, the lock is jammed, and the only way to open the door is to break it down. So that would be if I rolled 100 is a fumble. So not a 96, but a 100. Okay. So that just destroys one pick. And then we're going to have Kite do the same thing on his turn. He's going to attempt to pick lock. And his skill is 55. Exactly right. So he opens the door. All right. And then we draw quarter, C18. There are 2 openings in this quarter, each covered by heavy wooden doors. No special rules. Okay. Now we roll to see if we get an encounter. It's a 30 or under. 90. So no. But both my characters' turns in the doorway have been used. So I can't move my other characters past them. So that ends that turn. 12, higher than a 4. So that goes up to a 5. It actually goes up to a 6 because we opened that door. And I'm going to start with Kite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six. That is the same as the threat level. So then we roll. We're out of combat. So we get a 15. Add 1 exploration card on top to each pile of the table. I'm going to re-roll that one because this is a specified dungeon. 3. Wandering monster appears. I don't know how that would work, but we're just gonna spawn that in that open room. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd say that's close enough. And we're gonna roll to see what that is. So I roll a d20. And I roll a 9, which on this is 1d3 zombies. 3 zombies. Oh, I forgot to get the cards out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pre-prep as much as I could. Here is the zombie artwork. Standee. Pretty cool. We'll randomize where they're in the room. 2, 2. 2, 3. 2, 1. All right, and I got all the standees out ahead of time, so I wouldn't have to go digging through my bags and whatnot when I looked up what the potential monster table could be. But I forgot to grab the cards. Zombie. All right. So these zombies have a combat skill of 40. They deal 1d8 plus 1 damage. 25 resolve, no to hit. 4 movement. Slow, may only move once per turn. Fear 2. Resolve to attack, fail, -10. Combat score, range score, and I don't know what AA is. What is that? And then the Fear 2 means it affects heroes of level 2 or lower. So if you're level 3, you're unaffected by it. You're not afraid of a zombie if you're level 3. You shouldn't even be fighting zombies. I don't think they show up in the monster table that much once you hit level 3. Okay. So, initiative tokens. Three for the enemy, 4 for the players. Player. All right, we're going to start with Rothgar. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to go into parry stance. Hanging out in that doorway. All right, I'm actually going to go with Alsace, and he's going to shoot at this. He's actually going to aim and shoot is what he's going to do. So he's going to aim for 1 action, gives him +10 skill, range skill, and then he's going to shoot. He has a 65, 75 with the aim. 36, so that's a hit. And he does 1d10. Yep, +1. Right? No, just 1d10. With 1 armor piercing, that's what it is. So he does 5 damage to the second zombie. The middle zombie. And he is now unloaded. And that is his turn. Almost enough to wound it. Ooh, player again. All right, I will go with Kite. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't attack with the sling. He'd have to switch weapons. So he will also take a parry stance. And all right, zombie. That's the first one. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then he's going to attack. He will randomize between the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be attacking Rothgar. And he hits on a 40. 008. So that's a hit on Rothgar. Roll to see where. It's going to be in the arm. Oh, I'm supposed to roll for a parry. I'm actually going to do a dodge since he's in parry stance. So I'll attempt to dodge first. I know you're supposed to do it before. No, that doesn't make sense. So his dodge skill is a 45, but he gets +15 because of the parry stance. So 60 or less. 13. Yep. So he successfully dodges. Oh my die. All right. And that uses up his dodge token for the remainder. I'm going to hold on 1 second. Just want to grab a drink. Okay. So Rothgar dodged that zombie's attack. And Rothgar is the only one in range of the other 2 zombies. So 6. So this one's going to move, and then he's going to attack Rothgar. '25. Hrothgar's going to attempt to parry. So that's his combat skill plus 15 because he's parrying with a shield in parry stance. So that's 71. That's not 100 die. 70. So he successfully parries. Cool. So now we get knee butt. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to attack. Yeah. He's going to attack with his short sword. This zombie right here. The top zombie. So that's a 23. That's a hit. And he does 1d6 plus 1 plus 2. 6 plus 2. Awesome. So he hits that zombie for 8 damage, which is enough to wound it. I don't know if zombies can get wounded, but we're going to run with it. Punch out my spot token. And he is wounded. Very cool. And that only leaves this guy left, so he's going to move here, and he's going to attack Hrothgar. 98, that's a miss. Okay. That ends the first round. Then we do the threat roll, 19. Oh, I forgot to lower the threat roll after the previous fail. So once it, so it drops back to 2, and then I get a 19, so that makes it a 3. All right. I'm really enjoying this game. I think this game's pretty awesome. It's got a learning curve for sure, but I definitely think you could play this game with a lot of varied parties with the items that are available. You could probably play this game with, like a fighter, a knight, a rogue, and a ranger pretty effectively. You really just need different ways to make money. That's the key. All right, player first. I think we're gonna start with Hrothgar. Roll a 6. Oop. I rolled a 5, but it was off camera. All right, so that's a 3. So Hrothgar gets to act. I forgot to make his stupidity checks. All right, so he's going to attack this one in front of him. 65. He needed a 56 to hit. So he's going to swing again. That's a 40. That is a hit. And he hits for 1d10 plus 2. So 6 damage. So 1 in the third slot. Also, he's taking 6 damage and is wounded. Another white token. I'm going to go with knee butt this time. And knee butt is going to attack this wounded one right here with a short sword. 48, that's a hit. And it's a 1d6 plus 2. So that's 7. That's a kill. Now he has a second action, but he's just gonna go into parry stance with that second action. Okay, enemy. 3. So that's the top one. He's already in melee range of Hrothgar, so he doesn't have any reason to move because he's stupid. And he gets a 6, so regular attack. Hrothgar, that's a 90, that's a miss. He's going to attack again. It's a 20, that's a hit. Hrothgar gets a parry chance at minus 15, so 41. And he successfully parries with his shield. All right. I'm good to go again. Kite is going to move up 1. He's actually going to charge. That's what he's going to do. He's going to use both points to charge straight forward and hit that zombie. So he gets a plus 20 to his attack roll. He needs a 75 or less. 84, so he misses on his charge. And so this is Alsace. I forgot to record. He spent 1 arrow. He will reload, and he will aim again. And that'll end his turn. And then this zombie's right there. He will choose between Hrothgar and Kite. He's going to attack Hrothgar. 99, that's a definite miss. All right, that's the end of that round. Threat roll 4, that is a failure, I believe. No, I was at a 3, so that actually passes, believe it or not. But we bump up to a 4. I'm going to take one of those tokens out. Honestly, this feels not very threatening right now. So I got killed by a bunch of giant rats, and now zombies are like no threat, even though they do more damage. Their hit percentage is low, but I have shields, I have my guys in the correct positioning, and they all have armor. So I chalk a lot of it up to not having any clue what the hell I was doing. All right. We're going to go with Hrothgar again. He does not get to act. That's his turn. All right. One of the zombies. It's his top zombie. It's going to randomize between the two of them. It's going to attack Kite. Rolls a 65. That's a miss. And then an 84. That's a miss. And the other one gets to go. He's going to randomize. He's going to attack Hrothgar. And 36, that's a hit. Hrothgar gets a chance to parry. 41 or under. 96, so he does not parry. He gets hit in the leg. 4. 1d8. 2 plus, so for, gets hit in the leg for 4 damage. No, 3 damage. And his leg armor is 3, so he takes no damage, plus he has 1 natural armor. See what I mean? Not much of a threat, especially on Hrothgar. All right. So we're going to go with Kite, since Hrothgar already lost his turn. And he's going to attack twice. So that's a 60. He hits on a 55. So that's a miss. And that's 73. That's another miss. That's unfortunate. All right. I can't really do anything with Kneebutt right now. He's out of range, and he doesn't have a ranged weapon. So I'm going to go with Alsace. And Alsace is going to shoot at this lower zombie. He is loaded. He is aiming. He gets a -10 penalty for shooting over Hrothgar's shoulder, which cancels out shooting over Hrothgar's shoulder. Which cancels out the aim penalty. So he will still hit on a 65. 90. So that's a miss. He then reloads. This is 1 arrow. And then there's Kneebutt, who doesn't have anything to do. So he just maintains his parry stance. 18. Threat roll goes up to 5. we will try Rothgar again. He does get to act. We will attempt to hit this one right in front of him. 45. That is a hit. 1d10, so 7 plus, so he hits him for 9 damage, kills that guy, kills him dead. Not a problem. On his first hit. And then he's going to attempt to swing at the second guy as well. And he hits on a 56. And that's a 13, so that's another hit. And that's a 6 plus 2, that's 8. And he is currently missing 5, so that's 13 damage, and he is dead as well. So, Rothgar again, just slaughtering folks. All right. So I got 3 zombies dead. They are actually worth a tier 1 treasure, which is really cool. So I get to roll 3 times, 1d10. 5 is nothing. 10 is nothing. And a 6 is nothing. Yeah, it happens. And I get 240 XP. So I'm just going to write this up on this sheet here, 240. And we will worry about how all that works out at the end of the dungeon. Okay. Dodge tokens back. So, pretty much flawless victory. Nobody took any damage. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right. So that combat is over. We're going to roll the threat token again for that does cause a roll. We're now out of combat. And we get a 9. That's another wandering monster. Okay. Why not? So another wandering monster appears in that room. So we're going to roll d20 to see what we get. 3. Lower is weaker on these rolls. So that is 1d2 bat swarms. 2 bat swarms. Four, 1, 1, 2. Okay, that's 1 hits automatically. Does 1d4 damage, has a -10 to hit. When it's wounded, it does 1d2. Always acts first during the first turn, regardless of tokens. Move through other models and ignore zone of control. They are scared of torches. Okay. So, since they're the only thing in combat, they're going to fly. Well, I guess this one can move 1. You can move through models, right? Yeah. So this one's going to move here. This one's going to move here. And then all adjacent heroes. Awesome. So this one's going to hit all 3 for 1d4. So first we're going to see what happens to Kite. He's going to take 2 damage in the chest, which is blocked by his padded vest, or padded coat, padded jacket, sorry. Rothgar is then going to take 4 damage in the leg, which he absorbs with his leather leggings, and then 2 damage in the chest of Kneebutt, which he absorbs with his leather vest. And none of them take any durability damage for that, so that's cool. And then Kite is going to take 3 damage in the chest, so he takes 1 damage and takes 1 point of durability on that padded vest, which unfortunately came kind of damaged, so it's It's missing 5 points right now. And so Kite is down from 13 hit points to 12. First blood. And then Rothgar is going to take 2, which that's not going to do anything. So he's basically him. Okay, now I get to pick wherever I want to go. I'm going to look up that. Oh no, because he's two-handed. So I was thinking about pulling out a torch with knee butt, but he's two-handing that short sword. So what I should probably do is, if I can get Kite's strength up, I'll give him the broadsword and then give knee butt the rapier. And then knee butt can use a torch in the offhand. All right, so I can pick wherever I want. I'm going to go with... Kite, because he's new, and he wants revenge for taking that 1 point of damage. He's going to attack this one in front of him next to Rothgar. $78, that's a miss. 44 is a hit, though, and he does 1d6 plus 1. 2 damage. Oh. Yeah, he just barely hit. So he only hits on 45. So that's 2 damage. Then Rothgar's going to go. He does get to act. He's going to attack that one right in front of him as well. 35, that's a hit. 4. 7 damage. Which leaves this guy with 1 hit point. Severely wounded by Rothgar. And that was his first attack. He's going to attack him again. That's a miss. Now we're going to have Kneebutt attack this bat swarm, not rat swarm. That's right in front of him. 39. That is a hit, I believe. Yeah, that's clearly a hit. And he hits 1d6 plus 2. 3 damage. And then we go back. Where's my little aim token? Yep. We're going to go back to Alsace. He's going to aim and shoot. So he negates the -10 penalty. And he hits on a 65. 72. That's a miss. So he loses the aim and becomes unloaded. All right. Yep, that's correct. 4 and 2. So we're going to roll threat token. 14. Brings us to 6. Enemy. 3, so it's this top one. He's going to automatically hit everyone in front of him twice. I really don't like bats. All right. 3 to the leg. I will attempt to dodge. This is Kite. His dodge skill is a 55. That's an 82, so that's a fail. And then I will attempt to parry. I forgot to parry that initial attempt. And I parry on a 40. 99. Whew. Not good. So he took 3 damage to the leg. So he is now down to 9 health. He has no leg armor. Then going to hit Rothgar. 2 damage. That doesn't... He actually can't hurt Rothgar, I don't think. Yeah. Rothgar has a minimum of 4 armor everywhere, so he literally can't hurt Rothgar. Rothgar's immune to Giant Bat. And he can't hurt durability. So then he's going to hit Kneebutt for 4. Ooh, in the chest. So that He has a leather vest on with 3 armor, so he takes 1 damage, and leather vest takes 1 point. Oh, wait, let me try to dodge. Let's do this correctly. Kite can no longer dodge. Knee butt. $44. He successfully dodges. Sweet. So there are talents that allow you to parry twice and dodge twice. Okay. But now he gets to do it again, because that was his first action. So 2 to the chest. Kite absorbs that. That's fine. And then 4 to the chest. I do not get to parry that again. I can only parry once per turn. So that does do 1 damage. And 1 point durability. And the butt drops to 10 life from 11. So that, I want to get that guy dead. All right, then the other one goes. It's going to do 1 to 2 damage. So it does 2 damage to Kite, and it's going to hit the chest, and that is absorbed, and that's fine. So I get to go for the next 4 actions. So we're going to start with, we'll start with Rothgar as usual. He does get to go. He's going to attack the one in front of him. See if he can get him off the board. That's a 50. Now he hits on 56, but there's a minus 10, so that's a miss. Yeah, he needed a 46. He got a 50. And then he's going to do it again, 86. So that's his turn. Now we're going to go with Kite. Kite is going to power attack. Power attack plus, I think it's just a plus 20. Right, plus 20 to hit. So he will hit on a 65. And he's going to attack this one. 004, hell yeah. So that is a perfect roll, or a bloodlust roll. So he's going to get plus 1 to his combat skill. Go from 55 to 56. I'm going to write these down. He got a combat skill and a perception. And then he got a foraging. And Neebut got a constitution. Just to make sure I don't double do them. All right, so he hits on a 4. He does 1d6 plus 1. I get to roll 2 d6s and pick the higher score. So I'm going to go with the 5 plus 1. So that's 6 damage to this bat up here that already had 3. So they both now have 1 hit point and are both wounded. Cool. Cool. I'm going to go with Alsace next, and he's going to reload and shoot at this one right in front of him. And he will hit on a 55. 89 or 86. So that is his turn, and he is unloaded. And then we're going to go with Ebut. He's going to hit on a 53. 12. So he hits. This one's dead because it only has 1 hit point. And he cannot reach the other one. So that's the end of that round. So threat score 7. I'm at a 6, so it goes up to a 7. Enemy gets to attack. Rothgar's immune. So D2, it's a 2 damage to the chest, and that is absorbed by Kite. And then we get to go again. So I want Kite to try to get this kill. So Kite is going to attack twice. hopefully once. And he's going to hit on a 46. 67. 39. So that's a hit, and that is a kill, since it has 1 hit point. All right, 2 bat swarms. They are both dead. Then you roll on your alchemy. I think I'm just gonna ignore. So I was rolling for the alchemical parts before because I figured I could sell them, and I haven't figured out how to do that. So I don't think that's actually a thing for non-alchemists to like cut off rat tails and stuff. And so I'm just gonna ignore that part for now. I get 20 experience. You only want 10? Man, that's an annoying thing to fight. I really don't like bat swarms for that. All right, now we're gonna roll a threat die. 16. Moves up to 9 because I won the combat. My lord. All right. I'm going to close that door, I think. That's an action, right? Yeah. Okay. So, Rothgar is going to go first. He's going to close that door. So the next time one of your monsters spawns, it doesn't immediately engage in combat. And then he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And then Kite is going to search the room. So and along with Alsace, so he's going to get a +10 to his roll. So 65. 71, so that fails. So that room is searched as well. All right, that ends that turn. Ooh. 11. Is now at a 10. We are going to have Rothgar. We're going to have Rothgar move 1. No, Rothgar's not going to do anything. So Alsace is going to move 2 and attempt to open the door. It actually doesn't make sense to me to have your thieves and rogues attempt to open doors, except that they have high perception, so they can help avoid traps, but his perception is pretty high too. So I'm going to roll D6 and D10. Yeah. So it is trapped, but unlocked. Okay, I haven't had a trap yet. So I think it's a perception score now. So the door's unlocked. Oh, wait, I'll hold up on that. So first I roll perception, which is for Alsace, his perception score is 50. 45. So he notices the door is trapped. So he doesn't open it. Okay. So in that case, okay, so I draw a trap card. No. No. Okay, so it's plus 15 to the roll. It's a labyrinth card. Somehow you've... Oh, man. That's scary. Yeah. It would add 2 more random rooms to the dungeon, effectively. Which I guess is okay. But anyway, I get to attempt to disarm. So Alsace attempted to open the door. Door is unlocked, but trapped. He knows the trap. Now, Nebutt is going to attempt to disarm the trap, which is his lockpicking score, 62. And there's a plus 15 difficulty, I believe. Okay. I'm going to use his energy point for plus 10 to his skill. So it's going to be 77. His heroic force of will, so 77. With a minus 15. So I need a 62. 82. So I fail. Yeah, I fail. Okay. So in that case, I have to grab... All right. Somehow you have triggered a mechanism that seems to change the very design of the dungeon. With the scraping of sound of stone against stone and the floor shaking under your feet, things appear to be shifting in different directions. I'm going to draw a different trap card because I can put the rooms here, but then I won't be able to draw it back to the room. It's kind of an oversight. This is one time, I think, where that should just be a redraw. All right, so I got an 80. It doesn't matter. 82 is a fail. All right. Arrows. With a whizzing sound, a set of arrows is fired across the room. The arrows are shot from the left edge of the left tile edge, seen from the last point of entry on the tile for the party. 1d6 shots or darts. Then I'm in a hallway, so that's not good. 1d6 darts or shot count from the left corner furthest away from the entry. 1 dart will shoot across every other line of squares, stopping when it strikes a character, pillar, or wall. If there are darts left, repeat this process for the top right, but firing along the lines that have not yet had a dart. Each dart does 1d6 damage with a risk of poison. Holy crap. Oh, okay. So they go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1d6. How many darts? 4. So they start on the left side, and then they'll go to the right. One d6. Okay, so 1d. So the first dart is going to hit Nebutt for 5 damage in the chest. Okay, so that's going to do 2 damage to Nebutt, but it's going to damage his leather vest. Bring him to 8. I don't know what this chance of poison means. I'll have to look up the poison rule, I guess. And then the second dart is going to hit Rothgar. And it's going to do 2 damage, so it gets stopped because he's a badass. Okay. And what does poison do? So Nebutt gets struck in the chest with a dart, pierces through his armor. So it says I have to pass a constitution test for poison, but it doesn't tell me what poison does. What does poison do? it was diseased, I could poison 77, 120. Enemies losing HP to such a weapon lose 1 HP every turn for the rest of the battle. I'm not in battle, though. Poison. If a hero or enemies hit by poison takes damage, the effect of poison may kick in. Make a constitution test, applying any modifier for the poison. If this fails, the target is poisoned at the start of its next turn, and 1d10 turns after that, the hero will have to make another constitution test. Each time they fail, they will lose 1 hit point. God damn. Poison can be cured by consuming a cure poison potion, visiting a chapel of Thea. Constitution test of 1 through 5. Critical basically means that you've cured yourself. If the hero takes a rest, roll all the remaining rolls. If the hero reaches 0 points during rest, hero dies. Wow. Okay, so I got to take a constitution test for Nebut, who has 26. This is constitution score. I gotta take out his luck, or his energy. This would be a good time to use a luck roll. Oh, 006. Easily passed. Easily passed. No poisoned. Hell yeah. Okay. That's it's a new mechanic. Hadn't seen that before. Didn't know about it. I actually hadn't even read that one. I've read the rule books, but not cover to cover. Like, I have not read through the spells or all the potions and things like that. All right, so we do reveal the next room because that door was unlocked. Burial chamber, R8B. The chamber feels small, and the air is completely still. Leaning up against the wall are 2 coffins. The coffins can be searched. So that's kind of cool. All right. So that was Alsace's and Nebut's turn. I don't believe Rothgar or Kite have acted, so 1, 2, 3 for one of his actions, and then Kite is going to attempt to heal himself using a bandage. So he's going to roll, and his healing skill is a 54. 58, so he fails. And does he automatically lose a bandage on failing? I don't think he does. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I thought I was over this whatever cold or head cold or whatever I have, but it's creeping back up again. Maybe I'm just talking too much. Bandage. 98, 108, 120, 122. That's for bleeding out. I actually couldn't do that anyway because it takes 2 AP. But he doesn't lose the bandage as far as I can tell. The language is if you have a bandage in your quick slot, you may apply that to an adjacent hero if you succeed with a healing roll. So, if you succeed. So, roll first. All right. That ends that turn. 2, that's definitely a threat roll, and we are out of combat. And that is definitely a Wandering Monster. So Wandering Monster has spawned in that first room. Now, it's not going to activate just yet. Speaking of which, I got to roll to see if there's enemies in there. 50%. Yep, there are. So I'm already in combat. 19. That's not good. 1d3 whites. 3 white. That is the worst possible roll I could get in this dungeon. This is the strongest. These are the strongest enemies I could possibly face. So, and I am not well positioned for that. And not to mention, there's a Wandering Monster behind me that's going to be joining the battle. So, I guess I got a little cocky, and yeah, Gods RNG are going to punch me now. So, your undead knights, basically. So I got 3 whites. 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3. Okay. And they have equipment, I believe. Cursed longswords. Let's find their card first. Okay. White. Higher undead. So these ones are actually intelligent. 50 combat skill, 35 range skill. Get a plus 1 damage. Oh, because it's their weapons. Resolve of 45, minus 10 to hit, 1 natural armor. The 4 move. Fear of 5. So even level 5 heroes have to roll against these. And I totally forgot to do that with the zombies. I totally forgot about the fear rolls. Damn. Just bones. Weapon projectiles. So ranged weapons do minus 2 damage. Cursed weapons. A wound caused by a cursed weapon also removes 1 point of sanity. Okay. And these guys have cursed longswords. So they do pretty decent damage. I think the longsword's 1d12. So they could potentially one-shot me. Some of my characters. But hope I can get one. It's loot or something. Yep. So they have longswords do 1d12 with minus 1 to sanity for every hit. I'm gonna get a drink because I'm probably gonna die. Alright, I'm back. It's not beer, it's like a flavored water, but I kind of wish it was a beer. Okay, so what I'm realizing is you get punished real bad for not advancing quickly. I'm about to get a pincer attack, and I don't know what's gonna happen. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. All right. So we're now in combat. I actually get 5 tokens due to perfect hearing to their 3 for the first round. But I believe first I have to roll threat dice. 16. Now it is possible that I'm rolling the threat dice too often because I'm doing it like as combat ends and as it starts and stuff, but I think I'm doing it right. Okay. Okay, player. We're going to take Alsace and move him back. I think is going to be the first action. I think that cost me 2 movement points. And then 3. We're going to move him there, and then he's going to aim his bow. All right. We're going to do Hrothgar. Cool. So he's going to move, I believe that's 2 points, and that's 4, which is good enough for me. And he's going to go into parry stance. Yeah. Right there. All right, cool. And now Kite is going to move up 1, 2, and he's going to attack. Now to hit a white, I have a -10, so I hit on a 46. 16, that's a hit. And I do 1d6 plus 1, so 4 damage. They have 1 natural armor, so 3 damage. So this second white takes 3 damage. And they have 15 left. Oh, I have a fear roll. I got to pass first. Yeah. I'm just going to have everybody take the fear roll all at once. So we're going to start with Hrothgar. He's a 50. He passes. I'm just going to do it one time for everybody since they're like all in the room with him. 35 is... Yep, that barely passes. You got 36. 70, that's a fail. And 18, that's a pass. So Alsace is the only failure. He's also diseased. Or actually, no, Kite's diseased. It has no focus point. Okay. All right, cool. They all get to go first. So Nebutt is going to attack, and he hits on a 63, so 53. 37, so 1d6 plus 2, so 3, so 5. He does 4 damage to the white. So that's 7 out of 15. So he's 1 point away from being wounded. So I'm going to actually attack him again. Same thing, 53. 48, nice. That's 4, 3 damage. He's at 7, so he has taken 10 damage and has become wounded. Very nice. Good first turn. I'm happy with that. Now all 3 of them get to go, so we'll see. All right. So that would be this guy, the wounded one. Higher undead is, so I got to roll. 7, standard attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's Hrothgar. And he hits on a 50. 43, that's a hit. So Hrothgar's going to roll to dodge. He's in parry stance. So his dodge roll is a 60. Ooh, 97, so he fails that. He's going to attempt to parry. Ooh, 92. So he fails the dodge. He fails the parry. Badly. And then he rolls 4, so that's 0 damage. Yeah. So he does absorb the damage. So he has activated. Now we're going to go with this guy. Upper Undead. Shove if necessary. Mm-hmm. So he's going to charge attack. So he hits on a 70. 47, so he hits. I do not have any dodges or parries left. Ooh, 11 in the chest. Okay. So his mail shirt does 4, plus he has 1 natural armor. So 11 minus 5, so he takes 1 point of durability damage, and he takes 6 points of damage, dropping from 22 to 16. Because he's using a cursed longsword, he also takes 1 point of sanity damage and goes to 9. Very damaging. All right, and then we get this guy. He's going to do... Does he have a special attack? No. He has... No. So he's going to do 2 standard attacks against Hrothgar. That's a hit. In the leg. For 11 damage. Wow. Wow. So his leg, so minus 4, so he takes 7 damage. That drops him to 9, and he is wounded. And he loses another point of sanity. Drops him to 8. And his leg armor takes a point of damage as well. I really need to rest. I really wanted to rest because I wanted to restore his armor. And that was just his first attack. 59 is a miss, thankfully. Holy crap. I also think... So that happened. Then the wandering monster spawned. At the same time. I think this spawned this past turn. Right. All right, we're going to go one more turn. All right. So now I remove that 1 extra player token. Ooh, no, I didn't do it wrong. Okay. So even in the parry stance, he got absolutely slaughtered. If that happens again, he'll die. Okay. We're going to attempt to go with Hrothgar first. Yes. Okay. So he's going to use his first action point to enter Frenzy. So he's going to enter Frenzy, and then he's going to attempt to strike, I guess, this wounded one that's already here. Get him off the board. So I hit on a 46. It's 21. That's a hit, which means I'll get an additional hit, and he'll do D10 plus 2. Oh, man. 3 damage, which 1 point gets negated, so he does 2 damage to this white. That's unfortunate. He does get to strike again because he's in Frenzy. And he's going to hit that same one. Why not? And this. All right. Okay. We're going to go with Kite. And Kite is going to power attack, giving him a 60. He'll hit on a 66. 39. Cool. 1d6 plus 1, so 3 damage. It's actually 4 minus 1, so 3 again. That's actually just enough to kill that white. So that is going to work. Did have to use a power attack on it. So that's the end of his turn, but that's something. It is something. Okay. All right, so down to 2. And this one's going to go first. It's already next to Rothgar. So it's going to roll a 7, which is a standard attack. 79 is a miss. 93 is a miss. Nice. Okay. I'm going to use Kneebutt. It's going to, I guess this costs 2 points because it's in the zone of control. And then an additional 2 points to move there. Flanking position, and then he will strike on a 53. 83 miss. All right, now this one's going to go, and it is going to power attack. So it will hit on a 70. 60. So it does hit. It's going to hit for 8 damage in the leg. Damn. I absorb 4 of it on Rothgar, and that will destroy his leather leggings. And he takes 4 damage, dropping to 5. So, I actually just realized I screwed up. Because Rothgar's wounded, I didn't put the wounded token under him. So I went into frenzy and did a regular attack. Actually attacked twice, so that he was supposed to not be able to do that. So I actually wouldn't have used frenzy. Technically it wouldn't have mattered because I wouldn't have used frenzy. That first roll would have hit anyway, and the second one missed. So it wouldn't actually change anything. Except that now I have no energy point. And, yep, and now we have Alsace's turn. He hadn't done anything except aim. So he's going to shoot. The aim and the minus, it's a minus 20 penalty. So he still gets a minus 10 plus the minus 10 there. So that it would be, he'll hit on a 45, even with the aiming. That sucks. Yeah. We'll do it. 45. All right, cool. 14. So that's a hit. 1d10. Armor piercing. 9. Hell yeah. So that is an awesome hit on that white. Brings him from 15 to 6. And wounds him. So this second one now has taken 9 damage. And gains a wounded token. Hold on one second. I'm going to see what my dogs are barking about. Sorry about that, guys. We're having a bit of a storm going on right now. That hurricane that's hitting Florida, we're getting like, I'm nowhere near Florida, but we're getting like rains from it and stuff. All right, so he does hit for 9. Awesome. And then he's going to move. 1, 2. I guess he's just going to move there. And that's enough for him to reload. Yeah. Now, I got to look up the Wandering Monster rule. I believe they move 1d4 spaces towards you. But then there's rules about opening doors, so 90. Because I don't really want to fight on both sides, if possible. Okay. Okay, token always moves 4 squares. Okay, so I should have done it last turn. Always moves 4 squares. In new room will randomize direction and move. Okay. Okay. So it moves up to the door. I should have done this last turn, so I'm just going to do it now. So on the previous turn, it would have moved up to this door, and then I roll a d6. Anything other than 1, it opens the door and I engage and creates combat. Okay. So that door is now open, and now I have to roll again. D20. An 8. The 8 is 1d3 bat swarms. 2. So I get 2 bat swarms spawning in that first room yet again. 3, 1, 1, 3. Okay. So now we add 2 initiative tokens to the enemy, because I'm in combat with all of them at the same time. Bring the bat back up. Okay, so new turn. Rolled threat die, 9. Brings us up to a 7. All right, bats always move first. So let me take those 2 tokens out. Okay. All right, and they each move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one's going to attack both. 4 and 1. So 4 to Alsace and 1 to Kite. And Alsace is going to get hit. Well, he's going to dodge. Is what he's going to try to do. That's a D8. There it is. That's a successful dodge. Good job, Alsace. And Kite is just going to take the hit. It's 1 damage to the leg, which he does not have armor on, so he's just going to take the 1 damage. Goes from 9 to 8. And then his second turn, he moves 3 more spaces to get into range. All right, now we decide between these 2 whites. We're going to start with this first one. It's going to... I get the D8 and the D10 confused so often. All right, so he's going to do 2 standard attacks against Hrothgar. That is a miss. That 54 is also a miss, thankfully. All right. All right, and then so it's all enemies and then all player. Okay, so he's going to do a standard attack, and it's going to be against Nebut. And it is a hit. It's a critical. 004. So Nebut is going to attempt his dodge now at 62. And he fails his dodge. He does not have a parry. So, yeah, he does not have a parry. So then it's a D12. 7 damage to the leg. Holy crap. Sorry, I just hit the camera. So that brings Nebut from 8 life to 1. We're going to actually... he has a luck roll, though. Can he re-roll an enemy's damage roll? Let me look that up real quick. I want to use a luck roll. That's luck 24. Because that's pretty unlucky. Luck. Each luck point can be used to alter the course of events. A hero may use one luck point to re-roll a dice that directly affects them. Re-roll can never be re-rolled. Regardless of outcome, a new roll must be accepted. Luck is reset once the hero is back in a settlement. Any luck rolls in settlement will not be replenished. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll that hit, not the damage. I'm going to re-roll that hit. So he needs to hit a 50. So anything above a 50. He hits me again. So it's still a 7 to the luck. So I lost my luck point. Okay. Did not work. I didn't want to reroll the damage because there was a chance that might just straight up kill me. Like a 50% chance. So, yeah. Wounded token. Everybody's wounded. Okay. Okay. Good news is all the monsters have activated. I now get 4 activations in a row. All right. We will start with Hrothgar, as always. He's going to attack this wounded one right in front. He only gets 1 attack, but actually I'm going to start with, I take that back. I'm going to start with Kneebutt, and he's going to attack this white with his 1 action. He hits a 40. That's a hit, and he rolls 1d6 plus 2. So he rolls a 6. Minus 1 is 5. How much damage does he have? So that leaves him with 1 hit point. Yeah. Remaining. Now, Hrothgar, he passes stupidity check. He's going to attempt to hit that same one. 33, that's a hit. Sweet. That's an automatic kill because he has 1 hit point left. All right. And that gives him another attack because he is in frenzy. 001. Perfect roll. Awesome. That upgrades his combat skill from 56 to 57. I'm going to write that down. This is a perfect roll. And he gets to roll d10 twice and take the higher roll. So 6 or 8. So we're going to go with an 8 plus 2. So 10 to 9 damage. So deadly blow. And that is enough to wound this last white. I know that's not strictly the most legal thing in the world ever. I gave him 2 action points when he was already wounded the previous turn, but it is what it is. It's my game. I'm going to get better and better at it. All right. Now we have, and I'd really love to, man, Alsace is kind of useless with his bow. I can switch. I'm going to switch Alsace to the broadsword. And he's going to attempt to attack these bats next to him. He has a 55 combat skill, so they have a minus 10. So he hits on a 45. And it uses 1 action to switch to the broadsword. 31. That's good. He actually does 1d8 plus 2. So he hits the bat for 5 damage, which is enough to wound it. And another wound token, because everybody is wounded. And then we're going to go with, what's his name? Kite. He's going to attack the one right next to him. 74, that's a miss. He's going to attack again. 37, that is a hit. For 2 damage. Just not enough to wound. All right. Then let's look at what we got for tokens in here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 10. Brings the threat up to 8. I really hope Rothgar doesn't die. I don't want anybody to die. Dying sucks. All right. We're going to go with Rothgar. Yes. Okay. He's going to try to kill that white real quick. He gets 1 attack. He hits on a 47. 69. That's a miss. Okay. Another player. All right. Kite is going to go 2 or 1, 3, and then he's going to attack. And he will hit on a 45, I believe. Is that a 70 or a 10? What do you guys think? We'll reroll. 62. Okay. That's a miss. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1. So the first bat swarm is going to automatically hit Alsace for 2 points of damage in the arm. And Alsace does have 2 points of armor on the arm, so that ends that turn. Okay. So this guy is going to do the same thing. He's going to attack Alsace for 1d4. 1 damage. In the head, that is blocked. And then he goes 1 damage in the chest, that is blocked. Okay. Player. Alsace has his broadsword equipped now, which he hits with on a 45. So that's a miss. And that's a hit. He's going to attack this one that's not currently wounded for 1d8 plus 2. This is the broadsword. Ooh, 10 damage. And that will kill that bat swarm. And then my final action is knee butt. Now, I don't really want to do anything with knee butt. He's not in melee range of anybody, and he's just going to go parry stance. That's all he's going to do. He's got 1 hit point. So he's going to go parry stance. Okay. So, need 1 black token. So 4 white, 2 black. And roll threat die. I really thought I was gonna like wipe 14. And I'm really happy the whites weren't quite. I mean, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Rothgar, it's amazing he's not dead at this point. But the bats aren't super dangerous. It could have been a lot worse. A wandering monster rule. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start with This one's dead. So we're going to start with I guess we'll try, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do kite. We're going to do kite. He's going to try to attack twice. He hits on a 45. It's a miss. That's a miss. Okay. Okay, now we're going to attempt with Rothgar to attack. All right, 12. That's a hit. Come on, high damage. It's going to be 7 minus 1. I think actually it's armor piercing. Yeah, it is armor piercing. So that's straight 7. That's a kill. He had 6 life remaining. It would have been kill either way. I totally forgot that was armor piercing. So all 3 whites are defeated. Hells yeah. Oh. Whew. Man, that was scary. All right. Token. So we're going to get, he gets 1 attack. He's going to 1d2, 2 damage. I'm sorry, 1 damage to Alsace in the head, which he blocks. All right. And now it'll be Alsace's turn. He has that broadsword equipped, and he's going to attack. 68 is a miss. He hits on a 45. That's a 10, so that's clearly a hit. And it's a d8 for 9 damage. So that's a kill. Cool. Cool. All right. Let me just leave him with that broadsword. All right, so the dodges come back. So whites are worth tier 2 treasure. So a tier 2 treasure, I roll d10. 7, nothing. 2, a mundane treasure. So I take the top 2 cards. Skinning knife and rope. A simple but robust skinning knife. This will allow the hero to skin animals. Can be kept in the backpack at all times. I think I'll probably take that. And then rope. About 5 kilometers of thick hemp rope. 5 meters. Jesus, not 5 kilometers. Of thick hemp rope. A quick check tells you that this is still usable. Useful for getting in and out of pits and whatnot. I'm going to take the skinning knife. I forget what it's used for, but I will take the skinning knife. Weighs 1. Value 100. Should probably have done my encumbrance again, huh? He was getting kind of close. Let's see. 10, 11, 19. Oh yeah, I'm definitely over that. 24. Ooh, I'm over. 2 rations. Damn. Rations weigh stuff, right? 1 each, 1 per ration. There's so much to keep track of, guys. You got to forgive me for making errors. It takes a while to get it all dialed in. I still don't even know how like torches work. Why is this so hard to find? Armor, shields, consumables. Ration. Okay. Yeah, where's one? Man. So he's over his durability limit. Or his encumbrance limit. Because his bow weighs 10 and the sword weighs 8. So that gives him 18 right there. And then his armor is 6. So that's 24. Which I have here. That I forgot about the backpack. So he 27, 34. Just still over, 2 over. And that's if I get rid of the knife. You can go over your encumbrance. There's just rules for that. I think it lowers your dex. You can go over by like 10%, 20%. Encumbrance, 14, 49. Helpful. 50, 51. All skills and stats are -10. Alright, well, he's just going to rearrange some of his inventory because you're allowed to do that right when you finish battle and giving up resources. So that dagger and 3 rations is worth 8. Yeah, which would get him to 1 point below. Get him at 31. I forgot to redo the encumbrance levels after I bought all their armors and stuff. So we'll just give that to Rothgar, so we're good. Dagger 5. 15 rations. Sorry, I'm just going to go through these again real quick. So I'm at 10, 14, 18, 21, 24, 30. Holy shit, they're all close. Oh. $45, $50, $55, $56. So he's over too. Damn. Why did I not do this right? 5, 6, 10, 15. Oh yeah, no, I did her right because I just made her. She's at 18. She's fine. 7, 8, 12. Oh, no. 15, 18, 20, 25. Oh my god. He's at 25 out of 25 too. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. So he's at 20 out of 25. He's at 31 out of 32. Okay. So that puts him at 14, 18, 21, 24, 30, 31, 32, 42, 47. So he's at 47 out of 50. Man. And then we're at 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And I'm giving 5 rations and 2 daggers. So that's worth 5. So that's another 15. Looking at 33. Wait, right? 6, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, plus 15. So 34 out of a total of 43. So everybody's good now. I just had to rearrange their inventories a little bit. Didn't affect anybody's quick slots or anything like that. It's just literally some extra daggers that were in the backpack that I was like, oh, I'll carry these as backups instead of selling them. All right. Still have a third white. I didn't roll for the treasure yet. Another 2. 2 is a mundane treasure. Same thing. So we draw 2 cards. Ingredients. Coins. I'm going to go with coins. 1d100 coins. 16. Not the best roll, but still. Better than nothing. Alright, so another 16 coins. I'm just going to get that up here. And then the XP, I get 20 from the bat swarms, and 180 times 3 is 540. So 560 plus what I already have. We'll just put that there. We'll add that all up later. Okay. Now there, sometimes on the rolls you can get dropped weapons and stuff. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Now we got to roll the threat die. 19. Threat goes up from 9 to 10. Oh, actually to 11 because I won combat. All right. 1, 2. Closed door. One, search the coffin. There's no roll on that. It just roll on the chart. Let's search that coffin, and the coffin D10. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. We're gonna search the room. We're gonna search the room, and they're wounded, but I still count them as help, so that's a plus 15 to the roll. So Kite's perception is a 55, so 70. So 15, that's a successful search. And then I roll again. 35 is a mundane treasure. Bear trap, medium backpack. That's pretty cool. We're going to take the medium backpack. Definitely. And we're going to give that to one of the characters that's close to encumbrance limit. Actually, we're going to give it to Rothgar. I think. Hey, what are you ripping up? What are you ripping? Are you kidding me? No. No. That's Daddy's notebook. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That dog. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pause. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna give that backpack. Basically gives you a -5 dex roll, but +10 encumbrance. So we're gonna give that to Alsace. So he's gonna get a medium backpack. That gives him a -5 dex, but it's gonna raise encumbrance from 32 to 42. I did not realize encumbrance was going to be so much of an issue so quickly. Of course, I did buy him armor. But okay, now that they're in the room, that search is complete. I'm going to rest. That's going to cost me 1 ration, which we will take off of Rothgar. So he's down to 9. Which lowers his encumbrance 46. And we're going to heal. So the party's going to rest. Everybody receives short rest. I think there's rules of threat counter. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, if there's no enemies on the tile, you may take a short rest. You may freely rearrange your heroes on the tile as rest begins, so we will be doing a little bit of that. Okay. Wandering monsters move three times. You may make free adjustments to your equipment. That's what I was just doing. Regain all mana 1d6 hit points and 50% chance of enemy party morale is approved. I haven't taken any morale hits as far as I know. And -1 for spring trap. And 1 for... Yeah, so my morale's still at max. I had -1 for the trap, -1 for the fear test, but you get +1s for +2 for resting, and I got plus. Oh, that's only fine treasures. Yeah, so I'm still at 0. All right, so everybody gets to heal 1d6 plus 3 hit points because of the cooking pot. So 4. So that's 7 for Rothgar. Rothgar's going to heal from 5 to 12. Kite gets 5, so he heals to full health from 8 to 13. Alsace was not injured. And Kneebutt was at 1. So he gets 6. So he goes up to 7. So he is no longer... So both Rothgar and Kneebutt are no longer wounded. They're not at full health. They're definitely still injured. But they are no longer wounded. Now I gotta roll to see who restores energy. Kneebutt and Rothgar both use their energy. So Rothgar first. Nope. And Kneebutt? No. So they're both still at 0. So I kind of want to rest twice. And then I roll for ambush. And it's 5 plus threat level. My threat level is currently an 11. Holy crap. Oh, that's not real. Okay. So no ambush. Okay. So now new turn. Roll an 18. That raises the threat to 12. Resting, I think, lowers your threat level too. I forgot about that. I think it's on here. Natural 20, you reduce it. No, I guess I was thinking of the Moran. Okay. So I'm actually going to search both of these coffins now. So coffin is a 1d10. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I know. I shouldn't even be apologizing. 2. That's nice. That's a fine treasure. That's my first one of those. So I get to pull 2 fine treasures up. Ore nugget. 1d6 ore nuggets. Roll 1d3 to determine what kind of nuggets these are. On 1 and 10 they are silver. On 3 they are gold. Gold nuggets can be sold by 34.5 coins per piece. Silver nuggets 15, or they can be used to create weapons or armor. 1 silver frame mirror. Simple hand mirror with a silver frame. There's a small crack along the glass. A character equipped with this mirror in one hand is immune to the stun effect from the cockatrice or the seduce special rule on a 1d6 roll of 5 to 6. On a result of 6, the mirror cracks, is broken, and the hero is stunned, seduced. Huh. We're going to go with ore nuggets. Need some money. All right, 1d6. 1. And 1d3. It's a gold ore. Gold nugget. So a single gold nugget or 35 coins. Okay. We're going to have Kite grab hold of that. Where is my pencil? Okay. Gold nugget. 35, and I don't believe it weighs anything. Nope, doesn't weigh anything. I just realized I should probably shuffle these. I think I may have put all the Forgotten Prophet cards on top. Not shuffled them as well as I should have. Because it seems like I'm getting a lot of stuff that's new. I don't know if the mirror and the cockatrice thing's new or not, but it kind of feels like it is. Alright. Get those shuffled. Okay. I'm going to take, then I'm going to search the other coffin. That's another D10. That's a 10. That's nothing. Oh, no. That 10 in a coffin wakens 1 zombie. So, enter combat. Damn. Okay, we will start with Kite will charge attack. So he gets a plus 20 to his attack roll. 93, that's a miss. All right, then Kneebutt's gonna go. Gonna attack twice. 31 is a hit for 6 plus 2 damage, and zombies have 12 life. So that is 8 damage to the zombie, and with the second attack, he misses. Zombie is wounded. I'm just gonna try to. All right. Zombie does get to activate. He's going to attack. He's going to randomize. He's going to attack Kite. 21, that's a hit. What does the zombie do? There it is. 1d8 plus 1. Oh, 9 damage on Kite. My lord. In the chest. So he tries to bite through my armor. He successfully breaks it. And Kite takes 7 damage, going from 13 to 6, and is wounded. All right. Then we're going to take Alsace. He's going to move and then shoot. That's a miss, and his weapon is unloaded. And then we take Rothgar, and he's going to 1, 2, 3, and he's going to attack. That's a miss. Okay. He's going to attack first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to attack knee butt. And that's a hit. And that's 8 damage. There's 7 damage to knee butt. My lord, why is this zombie so tough? Bites him in the chest. And that does 6 damage to knee butt. No, 7 minus use of 4. So knee butt takes 4 damage. Drops from 7 to 3. Holy crap. Alright, now on my turns. We're going to start with Rothgar. See if he's too stupid. He's not. He's going to attack. 61 is a miss. 57 is a hit. That's perfect. That's the exact number I needed. And he's going to kill it. He basically one-shots it. Alright. That's another 80 experience. And I roll on the T1 table. T10, that's a 5, that's nothing. Okay, that was awful. Now that we're empty in that room, we're going to rest. And that's going to finish that turn. All right, so everybody rests. So we're going to start with Rothgar. He's going to heal 9. Sweet. So 9, Rothgar heals up to 21 out of 22 hit points. He also recovers sanity, I think. Or is that only in an in? I think pretty sure it's 1d3 sanity. I'll look that up again later. But in an in, you definitely heal sanity. Alright. Kite. 8. Cool. That brings him from 6 to 13, which is his max. So he's fully healed. Alsace is alright. Knee butt. Ooh. Heals 4. So he goes back to 7 out of 11. I really need to get him a ranged weapon. Alright, and now we're going to roll for energy. For Rothgar, fail. And Nebut, fail. Okay. And now I have to roll for an ambush. And I'm going to rearrange them once again. So this time it's 15 plus threat level, and threat level is a 12. That does fail. So yeah, ambush. Okay. Okay. So then they appear right here. So I got to roll the encounter table. 11 gets me 1d2 giant snakes. 2. I haven't fought giant snakes yet. So as you can tell, this is like a 2-hour video, 2.5 hours, and I'm only in the 3rd room of this dungeon. So it can be a little slow. It can definitely be a little slow. So ambush. They open the door in the ambush. 2 giant snakes. There we go. Giant snake has 50 combat skill, does 1d8 damage. Minus 20 to hit, so they're pretty hard to hit. Move 6. Poisonous. If hero is wounded, constitution, or poisoned. If poisoned, test con for 1d10. If fail, lose 1 hit point. Fear 3, resistance all attacks. Okay. Resolve to attack. Okay, I guess snakes are scary. Right? Okay. 16. Threat roll goes up to 13. Let's see if I can kill these guys quick. Now they are ambushed. If you do not have perfect hearing, because from being an elf, no, from being a ranger, you need observant, I think is the skill. It prevents you from having to like lie down and stuff during ambushes. Otherwise, when you're resting, when you get ambushed, only one character standing up and 3 are lying down. But that's not the case because I have a ranger. All right, so top snake's going to activate. He's a beast, so he's literally just going to move and attack. He's going to choose. He's going to hit Alsace. Where's my... Oh. He hits on a 50. That's a 100, so he falls over and becomes prone. Sweet. Other one is going to move and attack Alsace. That's a hit. He deals 1d8. To the chest. Alsace is going to attempt to dodge. He has a 45 dodge. Yeah, successfully dodges that 8 damage. Holy crap. All right. Now I do get everybody else's turn, so we're going to start with Hrothgar because he's right next to that prone snake. That gives him plus 30 to hit and removes the minus 20 on the giant snake. So instead of hitting on a 37, he's going to hit on an 87. And he gets a 4. So his combat skill, he already had a plus 1 there earlier. So instead, he's going to restore his energy. He gets a point of energy. And then he gets the bloodlust effect. So he gets to roll 2d10s and pick the higher score. So 5 and 4. So he's going to hit it for 7 damage. That has 15 life. It's kind of a lot for a snake. So he hits that first one for 7 damage. That's just his first attack. I think it's a hit again. 96. 96 is definitely a miss. Yeah. All right. And now I guess Alsace is going to move and then shoot at that snake that's on the ground because that'll let him hit on a 90 as well. 18. So he's going to hit for 8 damage, and that's a kill. Yep. He did have to move out of the way. So his weapon is now unloaded. If I could find my token. There it is. Okay. And now we're going to have Kite. He's going to charge. $42, that's a hit. And he does D6 plus 1. 7 damage. Hell yeah. I mean, 42 should be a hit, right? Yeah, because it cancels out. Yeah. So he did 7 damage. It's 1 point shy of wounding it. And now we get Kneebutt is going to charge with a plus 20, which cancels out the minus 20, 59. He needs a 63. So that barely hits with a 1d6 plus 2. 7 damage. So he has 1 life remaining. So, and is definitely wounded. Not too shabby. That's pretty much what I wanted to happen. All right. So now we're going to roll the threat die. 15. raises it to 14. Okay. Here, Kneebutt's going to go again. He's standing right there. And he's going to whack it. 94, definitely a miss. And the 15, that's a hit. That's a kill. Since they have 1 hit point left. All right, so we get 240 experience for the 2 of them. And we get a part, which I'm going to just ignore the parts for now. Because, again, I don't think I can do anything with those. Until I figure something else out. So, okay. So combat's over. Got to roll 7. That's a threat die. 20. And +1 all scenario dice for the remainder of the dungeon. This can only happen once. Threat decreases by -10. Okay. So we drop to a 4 on the threat, and I get a +1 on all my rolls for the remainder of the dungeon. Okay. So, Kite is going to attempt to bandage Kneebutt. It's a 32 or 36, which is fine. That's a perfectly good roll. And he's going to heal him for 1d4 for 2 hit points. So that heals Kneebutt from 7 to 9. I feel a little bit better about that. That costs both of them 1 action point. So Kneebutt is then going to move here. And Kite there. And we're going to have Hrothgar attempt to open the door. So D10 and D6. Yep, open and unlocked. My lord, this takes a while. C1. That's already been searched. All right, and now I roll an encounter die. 30 or less. To be fair, I have rolled encounters for every room so far. Where's my, There it is. No encounter. Okay. So he can still move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the end of that turn. 13. Raises the threat level to 5. Oh, 6 because I opened the door. All right. Kneebutt is going to close this door. And then move 1, 2. And then, what's his name? Kite, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Alsace is going to search the corridor using Hrothgar's help. So 76, I believe, is a fail. Yeah, I need a 60. So that room has effectively been searched. Nothing has been found. That's the end of that turn. 15. Threat goes up to 7. Kneebutt is going to start off by closing that door. And then moving up 2 spaces. Hrothgar is going to move up 2 spaces and attempt to open the door. It is open and unlocked. Or unlocked and untrapped. The cell. The heroes open the door. All right. Oop, sorry, guys. Didn't mean to. Ah! My arms are big for all of this stuff. All right. Okay. The heroes open the door and notice this is a small cell. There's a grate in the floor and there are remnants of some poor soul chained to the wall. The prisoner can be searched, dead adventurer, as well as the grating. Interesting. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, I got to roll for encounter. 24. Yep. That's an encounter. 5. Low rolls are good. Giant rats, 1d6. 3 giant rats. It's a 4x4. 2, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Reroll. 3, 3. Okay. So their words right up in there. So combat starts. Roll the threat die. 11. Threat goes up to 8. All right, and we start off with 5 white, 5, and 3 black. Oh no, we don't, because rats have perfect hearing too, so it cancels out that extra white token that I get. So it says 4 and 3. And let's get their card out. Giant rat. 6 life, 40 experience, 45 combat skill, -5 to hit, 6 movement, 1d6 damage, and they can move through you. Yeah, that's what makes them dangerous. They can really swarm you. All right. Player first. We will start with. Well, they can move through, so it doesn't. We're gonna start with Rothgar then. He does get to attack. So he hits on a 52. That's a 70. And a 56, so he misses twice. Back is starting to hurt. All right, we are going to move up Kite to charge. So he gets plus 20. So that's a 65. He needed, a 71 on the charge. So that hits. 1d6 plus 1, so 4 damage. That's enough to wound that first rat in the bottom right. Okay, enemy gets to go. It's going to be this top rat, so it's going to move 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, I guess it can target whoever it wants, so 1d8. 6. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and target Sace. And that's a 40. That's a hit. And Sace is going to dodge on a 45. So he fails the dodge. So he's going to hit the chest for 5 on Alsace. So Alsace takes 1 point of durability damage. It's okay, boy. And he takes 3 damage. Goes from 12 to 9. 3. So that is the first position. He's going to attack Rothgar. No, it's okay. 85 is a miss. 47 is a miss. And then we get players. We're going to get Alsace. He will equip his broadsword and then attack. A 001, so perfect hit. He gets to roll 1d8 twice and pick the higher number. 4. So he does 6 damage, so he kills this rat outright. He also gets a +1 to his combat skill. Goes from 55 to 56. I'll see, he's got a combat skill. Do you guys want me to open the door and let you outside? Yeah, I know. It's been about 3 hours, I know. You've been very patient. Let me open the door for you. It's going to be a while still. Okay, where was I? So he killed that one. Great. Still one more enemy token. Yep. And so he is going to choose between Rothgar and Kite. So he's going to attack Kite. 47 is a miss. And then I get Kneebutt, who can't do anything. But he's going to move up 1 and enter parry stance. What about parry stance go? Yep. Okay. So we're going to remove one of the black tokens. We're going to roll threat. 11. So threat goes up 1 to 9. My dogs are getting antsy. It's been raining all day. They don't like it. All right, we're going to start with Rothgar again. See what we get. Okay, cool. So he's going to attack the one right in front of him. And 73 is definitely a miss. He needs a 52. 34 is a hit. 3 damage. Which is enough to wound it, believe it or not. So at the very least, both those rats are wounded. No tokens. The other one's going to attack. He's going to attack Rothgar as well. And that's a 93. That's a miss. All right. So now we're going to go with Kite. He's going to attack the one right in front of him for 28. That's a hit. 5, 6, whatever. It's a kill. He's dead. And he still has another attack. 44 is a hit. He does 2 damage. So that one has 1 remaining life. It's unfortunate. And that ends my turn, I guess. He's going to re-equip his bow. Move there. Make sure it's reloaded. That's that. Threat roll. That does go off. So I was at a 9. So that was a 6. So now I'm in combat. So I roll a d10, not a d20. In combat. So that's a 6. Frenzy. When an enemy starts roaring, rage attacks with renewed strength. The enemy gains the frenzied special rule until dead. Basically, if it hits, it gets to attack again. And I get a -3 on my threat. Which brings me back down to a 6. Okay. We're going to start with Kite. He's going to move 2, 4, and then he's going to attack. Got to make room for your buddies. And 24 is a hit, and that's a kill. All right. So 3 rats is worth 120 XP and parts, which I'm not going to bother with. All right, so that ends that. We'll roll our threat die. 13. Threat goes from a 6 to an 8. Is everyone in combat? And then let's see what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to search the body. The adventure's not on this one. There it is. Okay. It's not under adventure, it's under dead. 7. Mundane treasure. Empty bottles. These balls come in different sizes and colors. Whether previous use, these could be useful. These are for alchemy. A torch. 1 torch. I'm going to take the torch. That was a scenario roll. Hrothgar gains a torch. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to search that grate. Two. 1d6 lockpicks. 5 lockpicks. Hold on one second. Okay. So Nebut found 5 lockpicks. He's currently carrying 20 lockpicks. And then we're going to move out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Kite is going to search the room. His perception score is a 55. So that's a 16, so that's a pass. Roll another D100. 85. Nothing. All right, that ends that turn. Threat die, 12. Goes up to 9. And Hrothgar will move. Well, I'll attempt to move. Yep. And he will move and attempt to open that door with the D6 and D10. Not trapped, not locked. Okay. Finally starting to make a little progress. Going a little quicker here, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Quarter, C2. In the middle of this corridor lies an old backpack. Maybe there's something useful there. The backpack can be searched. Oh, I see it. It's barely. All right, and roll for encounter. 77, no encounter. So that was his first actions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to search the backpack. There it is. 1. Mundane treasure. Pull 2. Arrows or studded leather armor. Oh, we're going to go studded leather armor for sure. Over 5 arrows. Hell yeah. 2. Vest. Studded leather vest. So we're 300. He's going to toss it to... he's going to hold on to it for just a sec. And then knee butt, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move to it. And he's going to grab it from him. And then knee butt's going to equip it because his leather vest was broken. So his yeah, right? Oh no, Kite's was broken. Yeah, so Kite's not wearing any armor. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have you go 5, 6. 5, 6. Or 4, and then exchange. So Kite is going to equip the studded leather jacket, or studded leather vest, I'm sorry. So that has a defense of 3, encumbrance of 4, or 300. So his encumbrance goes up from 34 to 38. And I'll roll on the durability, see how much damage it's already taken. But studded leather is basically the same as leather, but it has 8 durability instead of 6. So it's already missing 3. So 1, 2, 3. But it's out of a total of 8. So now he still has no armor or whatever, but that still helps quite a bit. All right, so that ends that turn. Rolling the threat die, 17. Threat goes up to 10. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to attempt to open the door, yeah. Yeah. Kite's going to open the door with D10. Unlocked and untrapped. I didn't search that room, but that's okay. This is going to give us our next room. The well. Where's R14? Oh, here it is. In the middle of the small room. Oh, I should be showing you guys so you can see the art. In the middle of the small room, there is a round well. Beside the well, there lies the remnants of a dead adventurer. Probably best not to test the water. The adventurer can be searched. And that was the start of the turn. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to search the adventure. Dead adventurer. A 1, hell yeah. Fine treasure. All right. Silver clasp engraved with an unknown heraldic symbol. This clasp will improve the appearance of any cloak. All right. I actually like this. A silver clasp holding your cloak will surely improve your looks. A hero equipped with a cloak in this class gets a plus 10 to the barter skill. This is cumulative with other similar bonuses. And a lucky coin. A coin of ancient origin. There's an odd, comforting feeling toying around with it. This coin gives a one-time luck bonus of +1. Once the luck point has been spent, coin is expended. I'm going to take the silver clasp, and I'm going to give it to my thief. He doesn't have my highest barter skill. Kite does. Kite actually has a 59, and Kneebutt only has a 46. But Kneebutt gets a plus 15% barter bonus if he passes instead of 10. So, and it doesn't weigh anything. So silver clasp. Value